Now, in just a few hours, U.S. President Donald Trump is set to formally launch his bid for the 2020 elections, a campaign he appears to have been preparing for since the day he stepped into the Oval Office. He may not be the unexpected candidate this time around, but few doubt the incumbent president will bring more surprises and plot twists to this campaign. Our Soo-young has more.
The battle is on. The billionaire real estate tycoon-turned-reality TV star who swept into the Oval Office 2 years ago is seeking a second term as the US president, again pitching himself as the face of change.
So he still is the guy who is shaking up everything, and you can see that in almost every day when he does tweets and launches new policies and tariffs and tensions with Mexico and Iran and so on. He is still, to some extent, a disruptor.
Trump's strongest case for re-election is the robust US economy, with more Americans than ever feeling upbeat about employment.
Trump made this appeal to working class people, and his actions with respect to Mexico and China, with respect to tariffs, I think it does appeal to a lot of people in those battleground states like Michigan, Ohio, and Wisconsin, as well as Pennsylvania. Another area that really appeals to the base as well is immigration, of course. And so he's taken a very strong stance on that issue, pressured Mexico.
Since stepping into office, Trump has built up a solid support base who make up at least half of his $30 million fundraising collection in the first quarter of this year, with his signature slogan, "Make America Great Again." But has he truly delivered? Polls indicate the greater public are not convinced. Trump has the lowest approval rating in US presidential history, averaging 40%.
Markets are beginning to realize that you can't exactly bank on what the president says. But I think as the leader of the free world, he has greatly diminished America's standing. And I think a lot of Americans are sort of sick and tired of the ongoing chaos that is the Trump presidency.
Domestic concerns such as climate change, the expansion of healthcare and abortion rights are likely to be chinks in the armor for the incumbent president, who has largely disregarded these issues. His party's internal polling shows he lags behind former Vice President Joe Biden in key battleground states. However, some say a foreign policy victory of his own could swing voters in his favor.
He could pull off his own October surprise and have a Halloween agreement with Kim Jong-un. I think Kim knows that his best shot is for Trump to have a second term. And he would rather get the substance of a deal that can be built upon rather than roll the dice and just cross his fingers what might happen in 2020.
The insurgent candidate in 2016, and now running as the incumbent, Donald J. Trump may be the establishment this time around, but there is no denying that Mr. President has more shaking up to do in the months to come. Soo-young, Arirang News.